Hey everyone, welcome to Dawn of Titans with DVR, and today is finally the day, the major update, huge update video, and I'm gonna be your hero today. In fact, I'm gonna give you the responsibility of everyone who was hounding me on what is in the update when I couldn't say. I told them, come the lift of the embargo, I will be your hero. I'll be like,
It's like a knight in shining armor from a long time ago. Just in time I will save the day. Take you to my castle far away.
that actually wasn't a castle, that was a beach. All right, but don't worry, I'm gonna keep the nonsense to a minimum today because we got a lot to go through and the hype is real because the update is real and huge. So don't think there was a lack of hype or too much hype. I think it was appropriate amount. So here we go. We're gonna check this out because I'm excited about some of these changes and I am curious to see how you guys are gonna respond and how much your head is gonna explode. Let's dive right in, no wasting time. Boom! Alright, now as I go through some of these changes, I want you guys to keep your eyes peeled for some of the artistic changes in the game, because there definitely were some art changes going on. But let's dive into one of the major changes in the game so far, and that is lands. Here's a bit of a tutorial that jumps up. Let's refresh your personal grouping of lands. So they're going to show that there's this refresh button. So now you can refresh the lands that are in the pool. Instead of before we had to attack and get rid of the lands, then they came back up. You can refresh it. So the refresh each day, he said, you click the land, boom, and it says lands now generate more resources than before. This is true. The better you defend a land, the more resources are generated. And I'll show you specifically what this means, but basically the power level of spells and troops and everything. Lands now have a limited amount of resources, and you can check to see, before you take the land, how much of the resources available. And when they're depleted, the land will be consumed, gone. When it's zero, all right? That's new. That is new. When you attack an enemy land, you will steal their uncollected resources, okay? When you attack an enemy castle, you will steal directly from the enemy kingdom. In other words, your saved resources are no longer vulnerable in your lands. That's completely changed now with the set amount of resources available in a land. Right, so you see this one right here, this food land, 564,608 food available. I can either collect that or someone can attack and steal it in portions. Alright, so I do a quick battle here, and I attack with my troops, which is actually a great opportunity to see some of the changes in the battle itself. Throwing in Grimwald, throwing in my archers, and we jump right into battle. Alright, check this out. Before battle begins, all the buffs on your troops are going to flash just like that. Boom, 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 boom. Of course, I got quite a few archer buffs going on, so they show you each one. I will say this, though. If you click start, it doesn't keep flashing, it stops. So it only flashes pre-battle. Alright, I'm going to zip to the end of this battle because there's no need for us to watch this. Alright, boom, we're at the end. I captured the land. It gets sucked over like normal. But now, we have a difference, okay? So there's a land. He's going to pop up again, our little Mr. Tutorial. Yeah, click the land. Click it. Alright, so now when you defend the land, as he said, defending the land affects resource generation, which was already true. So this is your resource generation rate. To increase resource generation, defend the land with Titan troops and spells. And actually go in here, check this out. Because adding troops increases your resource generation. My friend on Facebook thought that was amazing. Okay. Spells increase resource generation. And you have to collect your resources, otherwise they will get taken if they're attacked. Okay? So check this out. It goes by the spell level, and I show this specifically. And the difference is in levels. So you'll notice 1687 to 1902 was the jump. A level 15 spell boosted to 1836. Level 17 spell to 1902, and it really doesn't matter what the spell is, it's just about the level of the spell. Same's true for the troops. Take a look here, level 14 goes to 1756, level 14 troop, level 16 troop, 2575, and this is for each troop you get that same boost. Alright, now despite this difference in very generous jumps in how much it can generate, there is still a max, and I'll show you this. So I'm going to throw on my level 50 flame hide so we get the most amount possible from our Titan. That's going to jump everything up to 37.89 an hour in food. Throw in level 16 troops that almost maxes it out. Then I throw in the level 17 spells, and you see it stops going up after 5,088 an hour. So that's the max, but it's a lot more than it used to be on a level 17 land. But as you can see, look at it count down now. It's taking from the available resources at the rate of 5,088 an hour per second. Just boom, boom, boom. And if someone attacks me, that reduces the amount available. And you know, you can't collect it if it's not available to collect. And then of course, when it's hit 0, the land is consumed, it's gone. Now the difference here you'll also notice is it only takes 1 portal stone to capture, while it's still 3 portal stones to attack a land and 6 to capture from another player. So because of that, it kind of makes sense that recapturing lands from the pool and the refresh pool becomes a little bit more feasible as something that players will do more often with this different, you know, change in the land dynamics. Another added thing that I'm going to show you here too is that lands no longer reduce VP from you. As you're seeing here in the video, lands still offer VP when you attack, but you do not lose VP when you are attacked. Now, unless that changes from the update, that's going to be a huge game changer in the way people utilize lands, I'm pretty sure, because one of the big issues with lands is their VP drain. If there's no VP drain from lands, unless you're, you know, of course, have a VP land that actually has VP to collect, that can be taken. That's a huge game changer. So there's the biggest aspects to the change in lands. That, of course, and did you notice the art? It's like a deeper island now with a glowing, you know, color based on its resource. It's a little bit of an art change there. All right, now without further ado, before we go more into the art and the other minute changes here, I want to hit the other big change. So the land change was huge, as you saw. You might even have to rewind and re-see that, and I'll put the details in the description below as well. But I want to hit you with giant change number 2. Massive change number 2 has to do with Titan skills and fusion. Who would have thought? Massive change to that. Are you guys ready? So for you guys, I did something that was unheard of. I just wasted my gems and wasted my Titans. So here we go. I'm going to show you what I be talking about. Prepare to have your minds be blown. All right, we jump into the temple here. I got some tokens. So I'm going to pull a 4-star token for any 4-star or lower Titan. 2-star got Hallstatt. Okay, not so great. Then I jump over to the 15 to level 40 Titan, pulling anything from a 4-star and below. And I get a Hallstatt number 2, level 20 though. Fantastic. You can see my fury with my finger saying, what the Hallstatt. Whatever, he'll do the job, okay? Then I pull again because I'm like, give me something else. And what did I get, a Runa? Runa! Yeah, I got a Runa. There she is, so whatever. It'll do the same job. Alright, now let's jump into our Titan. You ready? Let's look at the new Titan. We scroll, we scroll, we scroll. Now, as you guys know, when you get a Titan, nothing's unlocked except for the first skill. But look at this Runa. We just got her. You see the 3 skills that are showing? Boom. No guessing, no wondering, no random. Boom. I mean, it was random, but look. Armor, Titan resistance against fire, Titan resistance against poison is already showing. Alright, now don't be fooled. They're not unlocked, but they show you what they will be when they are unlocked. And that actually took a little bit of time to figure out. But when they show, basically what it's doing is when you pull a Titan now, even though the old Titans, as you saw, are still locked, any new Titan has every single skill showing, with only the first skill unlocked. I'll show you this later on when I pull something else in the video. But basically, the reason you know is because when you look at like militia stats, you can see that the militia buff is there on the first skill, but the other skills are not relevant for the other troops or for the Titan based on what it is. I pull a couple more here to see how my luck goes. In fact, I think I blew out all my gems trying to get something. I got all 2 stars. I didn't get any 1 stars though. I guess that's nice, but all 2 stars. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now my other question, and a question I'm sure you're asking right now at the screen is, but what about fusion? Huh? DBR, what about fusion? Well, let's jump right into that. All right, so I took Dalkar because he was one of the 2 stars I pulled with self-buffing, you know, skills. So he kind of worked well. So he's got his first skill showing, along with the second and third, but the first skill is the only one that's actually effective and unlocked. So I throw in 4 4-stars, or I throw in 4 1-star Titans and fuse it. And as you can see here, fusion is about the same as far as the animation, the timing, the cost, right? And as you know, when you throw 1 stars into 2 stars, it's actually not that hard to unlock. So check it out. He levels up as normal. He gets his buffs as normal. Come on, dog car, faster. Tap, tap, tap. And boom, relic slot unlocked, new skill unlocked, brute force Titan physical damage. Now, just the same with saying it was unlocked, the second skill, but it was already showing, so that wasn't a surprise. I already knew it was going to be Titan physical damage. I already knew that because it was showing before you fused. So the difference is that now you can see everything the Titan is going to unlock before you actually unlock the skills. That's the big difference. Now, I was curious to see, I really wanted to pull a 4-star Titan to test. I haven't been able to yet. I've been trying. I got all 2 stars. But I did find that when you start getting to the 3rd skill, it does still fail with the relic slot unlock, and it does still fail with the skill unlock. And this is also true, as I'll show you. Let's jump ahead a little bit. So I fused and fused for a while with pretty good success on Dalkar. So of course my thought went to where your guys' thoughts might go. What about my existing Titans? I've got an Italis that's been a butt to unlock his 5th skill. So I'm like, maybe those are easier, maybe those are harder. Let's see what happens. So, all right, here we go. Here's Italis. Don't follow my lead. I took Freya, my level 19 Freya. She's unlocked a couple skills. Not stellar, not bad. She's pretty mediocre, but paladins are great. So I'm fusing her away. Don't copy me. Threw her into Italis. This is all for you guys. You better be thankful. So I was like, all right, if it's a guaranteed unlock, we'll find out right now. It'll be worth the Freya to find out if it's guaranteed, right? What if it is guaranteed? How amazing would that be? Here goes Italis. Boom, boom. He levels up. Do we get the relic slot unlock? Do we? No relic slot. No skill slot. No nothing. Right? So naturally, what do? I throw the book at it. Like any normal, sane person would do. So I take my end of season reward, thanks to League of Gods. So I collected Grimwald. I'm going to throw in 2 Italises and 2 Italis, a Grimwald and a Kamathe. Because that's totally worth it, right? We might as well do that. 165,000 food. That's the real loss here. I wish I could have kept that food. But who cares about 4-star event Titans? Alright, boom, there he goes. You guys better be thankful for this. Because now we're going to see, is it still as difficult to unlock? Has it changed? This is past Titans, by the way. So unlike the new Titans that show the skills, past Titans still do not. Relic slot fail. Skill slot fail. With 3 event Titans. Oh, but thank goodness I had some skills improve on me. Oh, dear Lord. Are you shaking your screen yet? Because there was some frustration here with my finger. Like that. Yeah, I was shaking Italis like, come on, man, unlock that skill. What's wrong with you? All right. So, suffice it to say, old Titans, not a significant change in the chance to unlock skills. And I was finding on the 2 stars, it seemed about just as difficult with the 2-star Titans. So I don't think, you know, of course, you guys out there who are more avid at this will probably test this to your heart's content by throwing different 1 stars into 2 stars and 1 stars into 1 stars and a bunch of stuff into 4 stars or whatever. But, you know, personally, that's the best I can do right there for you guys. So, wasting my event Titans on it. So, there you go. I'm seeing that the unlock rates seem to be the same. The major difference is when you get a new Titan, it seems from any capacity, a new Titan from anything, they're going to show all the skills that you could unlock. And then you have to unlock them in the same way. But you see them. No longer a mystery to wonder, is this Titan gold? Kind of crappy? What is it? You know, what's he look like? Well, now we know. Unlike this giant mystery. So, it's an interesting concept. I'm going to leave my my total thoughts on the whole subject to see what the knee-jerk reaction is from you all. Because I'm actually really curious what you guys think. I see pros and cons to it. Honestly, I think it's nice overall for the community. I won't go too deep into it. I actually really do want to hear what you guys have to say first before I really get into it. All right, now let's jump on to probably one of my favorite sections of the testing grounds, because as you guys might have known, there wasn't too many people that were available to be inside there. But Boganora was one of the guys. In fact, he's doing a live stream right now, and I'm going to be there. I'm planning on being there. So you guys should jump in and watch that. But check it out. Boganora's castle here. He's got pikemen on defense. I don't believe this is intentional. I think this was just part of the update, you know, rigmarole. But you're going to see that there isn't a lot of defenses that actually show up. But check it out. Flamehide is entirely different. You guys seen that? You notice? If you guys own a Flamehide, you know what I'm talking about. He looks different. I think a lot better, actually. There's a little bit more definition. There's definitely more contrast going on with the flames and his skin. So, and check out his weapon in battle. All right, so we were actually here, we were trying to see what happened with VP, and we believe the VP change is actually accurate. Garrisons lose VP still. In fact, I'm going to show you a graphic after this battle here. Garrisons lose VP, lands do not lose VP, unless it's a VP land, and it's not losing your VP, it's just giving VP that's in the land stored to either collect or be attacked. Just like any other resource now in the game, that's the land change. But as you guys see here, they had the same at the beginning buff showing up on the troops. You've got a change in, you know, this particular Titan has a pretty major change in his look. You can see that in his axe. You can see that in his skin. I'm not entirely sure if it's just the way it loaded or if it's actually true art changes, but it looks pretty significant to me. So I'm pretty sure this is pretty major art shift in some of the characters. And there you go. You know, obviously his Titan didn't spawn. None of his reinforcements spawned. None of his spells dropped. So don't think Boganora's castle's that weak. It was as if it was undefended, even though it was defended. That just had to do with the update shell accounts we were using. All right, right after I hit Bo hit me back, and as you guys can see, I'm just going to show you right here what it looks like when you get hit in the update. So, as always, you have your Garrison hit, same information, what they got in resources, what you've lost in VP. That hasn't changed. But look at the farms. When he raids my farms, loss of resources is shown from the land, by the way. Okay, didn't actually affect anything I had in my 1.1 million food, and no VP loss. So there's a difference. Lands don't really affect your stats. Now, if I had a VP land, it'd be a loss of VP resources, not from my garrison, not from my castle, but from the land itself. So there you go, major change in the way lands are going to affect, you know, how you gain and how you lose. And of course, the biggest issue of all, the fact that they are no longer eternal. So it's a little bit, it's not as big of a deal if someone raises your lands. In fact, they're kind of killing their own portal stones. When you can collect one for one portal stone, and they have to take it with 6. So however you feel about that, it could be good, it could be bad for you, depending on how you play. But it definitely makes the use of lands from your main source, right, your source of general pool lands, a little bit more viable to use, whereas you're noticing the higher leagues have been using very small lands that they take from smaller castles. Maybe not as viable of a strategy anymore, maybe it will be, we'll see. But there you go, there's the major aspects of the updates. You got the land change, you got the Titan skills change, and that's the major aspect of the update. Besides that, you definitely have some art changes, a little bit of battle mechanic changes. Oh, and I don't want to forget this, there was a little bit of a stat change with the Titan. So let's look at Grimwald here, and as you can see, a little different, right? You've got speed, an actual speed stat, range stat, and damage area stat, which is different than how they showed it before. And of course you got a little bit more different format on the other stats we used to have as far as health, damage, his class. And there's an HP regen defensive stat that I have never seen before. Pretty sure it hasn't existed before. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing in the game currently that gives an HP regen of any sort, and I don't have a Titan that actually has that showing below or above 0. So I'm assuming at some point there's either going to be a Titan that can HP regen, or there's going to be Relics that can HP regen, or maybe even a spell that can HP regen. I don't know. That's actually not in the update. I'm just speculating based on that, what I see. But there you go. That's the main difference. There isn't really a difference in troops besides the fact that pikemen are now Imperials. I haven't seen really a stat change on them. It's just they're called Imperials now. I assume that's done specifically to make all my pikemen videos make no sense as I say pikemen to all future players. I don't know. But they're Imperials. Don't call them pikemen. I'm going to still call them pikemen probably just because it's out of habit. And eventually I'll start calling them Imperials, I guess. Maybe it's because they're snooty and they're supposed to be like the Empire. And they're all like, we're the Imperials Empire. I don't know. The S kind of makes it less villainous. Right? The Imperial Army sounds, the Imperials of the Army. I don't know. That's not as ominous as Imperials. But anyways, it's in there. So, all right, guys. So that's the main gist of the update. Once again, don't forget that right now I'm over in Boganora and Zalon's live stream of the update. We're gonna go into probably a lot more detail. Those guys love to pick things apart, as you guys know. So they're probably gonna go into all the minute details of the update. So jump on over and check it out, and I'll be there chit-chatting with them about everything, taking all the questions we can gather. And of course you can ask questions down below, discuss below in the comments section. Let me know what you think. I'm really curious what your knee-jerk reaction is to this. And I am saying knee-jerk reaction. Let loose, man. I don't care. Let it fly, alright? I want to hear it. And I'll see you guys next time on Dawn of Titans with DBR.